Everybody put 3 fingers in the air. The sky's falling, the wind is calling. Stand for something or die in the morning. Section 80, high power.
Get your four. Go crazy. Gosh, they're all dead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Damn.
Oh, whoopsie, my bad. Let's get rid of that screen. Unfortunately, put on the wrong screen. But what's up? My name is Interidus. I'm joined tonight by Renagram. We have a really exciting match for you. It's NSF versus Nib.
I'm super excited for this match. Both teams that, not to be rude, but didn't expect quite to be here.
Oh no, 100%. I can see it being a little bit off, but we have to be realistic here. These are both teams that were fairly low. I mean, Nib was a team that was 16th overall, and so I'll be honest, I had them out in the first round of quarterfinals, so they're already here up to semifinals. So it's exciting to see how far they've done. I mean, they played incredibly well in their quarterfinals match, and so coming into the semifinals, I have a lot of expectations for them.
Yeah, and for NFS as well, it's fantastic that they managed to get this far when, their
100%.
whole thing is they needed subs every week.
Hey, they have no sub today. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and good for them. They might be at their full power this time.
Maybe. But unfortunately, it does look like Niv has a sub. Just Ghost is out tonight. He was supposed to be playing, so it may throw them off a little bit having that sub coming in, but it's really going to be dependent on how he performs. It's Snow coming out from Unguardable.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's a very interesting sub pick.
I mean, he performed incredibly well last night. We were watching him, so it's not like it's a pick that's crazy out of there. He's played with them before. They know each other, so I think it's a good pick at the very least if you have to have one.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I mean, I guess enough talk about Nib, though. Let's talk about just the matchup overall as a whole. This actually isn't the first time we've seen this. We had this week 1. It was NSF versus Nib week 1, match 1. So this is a little bit of a rematch coming out. You have that kind of how have you improved across the entire season as they're coming into the season semifinal, and how have they been able to kind of give me a second. Interesting.
Yeah,
I'll check it out in a second.
Quarterfinals match was a rematch as well, wasn't it?
I think so. I believe it was. I don't. I'm not entirely remember.
They lost that one in group stage too, not group stage, main season, but
Okay.
put out pretty good performance
Yeah.
in quarters. They've shown that they can take these matches even if they've lost them before, and they've had a lot of time to improve as a team.
Yeah, I mean, hell, both have. I think the big thing is going to be who brings it tonight. Excuse me. Both teams have played against stronger teams and beat them. So I really don't think this is a matter of who can perform better. It's a matter of who wants it more.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned that, what do these teams want for their map bans this time around? Do we have?
Sorry, give me 1 second. No, we don't. Give me 1 second. I was trying to finish this up while I'm actively in the middle of the show because I got it late. But we are gonna have map grand graphic up in a second. But I guess I want to talk about before that. I want to talk about before we even see the bans, because I don't remember off the top of my head. I want to talk about what teams going into the bans, even though we do know them. I want to kind of talk about what we should be looking for in these bans. So coming out of NFS, I was taking a look at how they play throughout the season, and a big one is they do not like Bind. Out of this 10 matches that they played, they banned Bind 6 times. I don't believe they played it at all. And so that's kind of showing like hey, we really may not feel comfortable on this map. And so it's a really good ban if they can get across. But it could throw them off if Nib, was able to bring that out. The thing I am worried about, though, is coming up specifically for Nib, is NFS loves Split. Of the 10 matches that they played Split 9 times. However, they only won it 33% of the time. So it could be a little bit of like familiarity with it. I mean, I've personally played with NFS. We scrimmed on Split, and they performed pretty well in it. We played against Unguardable, so I could see it going well for them if they were able to get that Split. But it really just depends on how that ban order went.
Yeah, it really will depend at the end of the day. And Nib has had a pretty impressive track record on Bind, but obviously NFS not exactly favoring that map. Nib themselves really not favoring Abyss at all, but besides that, their map pool is fairly well balanced, even though they do tend to favor Split.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. The one thing that I did say, like, they do have a pretty spread out map pool, but Nib doesn't like Abyss. They banned it 6 of the 10 times. So it could just be, hey, it's a map that a lot of teams just don't like. It could also just be that they're not terribly comfortable on it, but they haven't played it yet. So Abyss could be an early ban coming out from Nib. Really just kind of interested to see what we're going to get.
And maybe they just haven't scrimmed quite as much on Abyss as they have the other maps, because having that diverse map pool does come at the cost of some weaknesses elsewhere.
Yeah.
It may very well just be Abyss, given there's not always comfort in that kind of map. A lot of people don't like it, as you mentioned. It just might be the fall guy of their maps as well.
Well, before we continue about maps, I do want to talk about the teams themselves, because we do have a little bit of time. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, of course.
Let's put up... you want to see NFS or Nib first? Who are we thinking?
Give me Nib.
All right, let's take a look at Nib. Coming out of Nib, we have KP, Liberty, Koopa, Just Ghost, and Splatter. And like I said, I don't think it's Just Ghost. And no, he's not. The Nib savior himself, Snow. He changed his name in the Discord.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we have Snow in for Just Ghost tonight. And like I said, I really don't think that's too big of a hit.
Yeah, no, as long as they've practiced with Snow before and have fairly decent idea of what either group wants to do, that's pretty fair choice to have that sub in, especially when it's rough having to have one of your main members out at this point in the series as deep as semis, but having someone that you can rely on like Snow might just be the way to go.
Yeah, and then I want to talk about specifically, because obviously, like, we don't have Just Goes in tonight, but I because it was such a last minute thing, I didn't get to be able to pull up Snow's stats, but we do remember him a little bit from last night. He's been performing incredibly well, but I want to talk about like the actual core members first. So let's take a little look at a KP first stats coming across. And why do you have? Wait, I gotta fix this. I just noticed your color key was not working. Oh, because wait. Let me fix this. I can fix this. There it goes. I didn't notice the green screen was there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to Photoshop the background.
It adds flavor.
It has, well, that's a choice of words. Where is...
Yeah, Keipe is their controller player, and that's a very important role to have down. Especially like having a player gone, thank goodness it's not your controller, given that synergy with your controller as a team is one of the most important pieces you can have.
Sorry, just trying to coordinate stuff. It's a lot of going behind the scenes. We're trying to get you stuff. Yes, Trevor is temporary mod. I needed him to do stuff tonight. So that is why he's a temporary mod. But anyway, yeah. I think big things that I'm looking for tonight, specifically out of Keipe, is she has some pretty. Honestly, I hate to be that guy. It's pretty standard stats for a controller. It is kind of standard. You're not going to see hero plays coming out of her, but she is very consistent. That's the big thing. A lot of players you'll see, it's like, oh well, they're outputting average stats, but you don't talk about the fact that she's super consistent. She shows up when she needs to, and she doesn't have off days. A lot of the time when you see Keipe doing bad, the whole team is doing bad. And so I really don't see that as a negative. I think having someone who can consistently show up like that is super important. So if we see that tonight, I expect that to come out of the entire team.
Yeah, of course, consistency is one of the best things you can have in a player, especially a role as important as a controller, because the controller can really define the pace of the game at any given time. That said, though, there is a player I'd like to point out in lack of consistency. During quarterfinals, Koopa actually picked out 3 different classes of agents.
A little bit of a flex there. I mean, I can't say anything. I'm a flex main at heart. And so I like me a little bit of flex, but I can see why it would kind of be off-putting for a lot of players. Especially, I know if Hooch heard me, he'd be hating on me right now because he hates flex players, which I respect. But I think it sometimes it works, especially if you're set up to do that. But it entirely just depends on the player themselves, and so. Hell, we may see him play a couple different roles tonight. It's really going to just depend on what they're playing, which I do finally have the map bans done. So whenever we are ready for that. But first, let's take a look at some of the other players. Starting over with Splatter. I mean, he's a player that. When you see low elos, you're like, hey, I don't expect a lot out of you, but he's pulling 123.61 ACS. Especially as an Omen, a low elo Omen player, that's insane. That's what you kind of need.
Yeah, that consistency in combat score can be very important, and like for a low elo player, that 26 headshot percentage is nothing to scoff at.
Oh no, 100%
as well.
Yeah, you're hitting a quarter of your shots as a headshot. That's insane. Even with a low KDA, that still shows that you are at the very least setting yourself up for the right fights. And you do keep in mind, this isn't just his stats for Nib. This is also his stats for his other team. I want to say it was Win. And so that's the overheated stats. No, Bill, I don't have your stats set up, unfortunately. But it coming from another team and still performing that, I think is really well. And let's talk about the final player we got, which is Liberty. That kind of another consistent player in the team who shows up a lot. You actually get a lot of hero plays coming out of Liberty. That's something that it was Win. Okay. Something I really want tonight is when his team needs him, he shows up. That's the big thing. Is you see him a 1v2, I'm not afraid. I've seen Liberty win those, and so I really want that coming out of him tonight. Liberty was Plat 3, to be fair. This is registered Pilo. This is all off of registered Pilo, and so a lot of these are kind of old, but that's just what we were using for consistency's sake, so I don't have to do it every time. It needs to rise up. But yeah, I mean, enough yapping out of us about Nib. Before we yap too long, let's take a look at NFS, which is a team that honestly we don't know a lot about. We've only gotten to see him once on stream before Actually, do we? I don't even think we saw him on stream before champs. So this is kind of a chance for them to finally get on stream. And I think a lot that I've been talking about even before I personally expect a lot out of them. They've performed very well on paper. Like Hoy said, they've got that pickup from IRS Hello, who has been outperforming in the low elo category. And so it's sorry, give me a second. It's been really big coming out from him. And so I really like the roster. I've played, like I said, I've played with a couple of them, and so it's been cool to see them be able to make it this far.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, like, we haven't seen much of the roster on stream, but like, even I don't think anyone in the league has actually seen all 5 of these people together at the same time, so we don't really know.
Sorry.
Like, this could be the true wild card game.
Yeah, honestly, I think this really will be. I think we're going to see a lot of players come out tonight that we haven't seen previously. I feel like I'm caster cursing it, but I really don't see F Diddy performing. I think the rest of his team is going to. I think he's going to have an average performance, which I'm not trying to be a hater before anyone calls me out on this. I think it's less of him performing bad and more of his team stepping up more. We've seen NFS perform incredibly well in quarterfinals, and so it's really important, I think, for me to see someone that isn't the whoa, no hating Hoy, but someone that isn't the high elo the kind of raid boss performing. That's what we want. We want to see these kind of more average. I'm not saying average team isn't like a bad thing. Average, like, coming together and performing overall averagely well. And so I think I want to kind of highlight first off their captain Nam, who has been like doing like that. I mean, you can look at the stats themselves: 23% headshot, that 221 ACS. He is doing his job. He's getting in, he's getting his ones, and he's making sure that at the very least, almost every round he is picking up a kill when he's walking in. So he's getting that kind of value out of every single one of his pushes.
Yeah, that's super important from your dive duelist, especially as the captain in general, just being able to lead the fray like that, getting some consistent value in each round. That's really, really what you need to see from a role like that.
Every team in top 4 has a raid boss? I mean, I don't think Kobos is that much of a raid boss. I'm not going to lie to you, Hoy. I don't really see Kobos as a raid boss. But I don't know. Maybe this is just a personal thing. I don't see it. Anyway, enough about the other teams. Let's take a look at the raid boss for NFS. Which, like I said, I don't really think he's that much of a raid boss. I think he brings up the rest of his team. I mean, pulling a 64% ACS or cast isn't great in my opinion, but you have to remember he's a sentinel. His job is holding down one of the other sites, and so the stats may look bad, but if you look at the other stats, which I will not lie, the current stats that I've chosen do kind of look like they're emphasizing the duelists and the initiators, but if you look at the rest of the stats, you'll see that he is performing on average and holding down his sites. That's the big thing as a sentinel that you're looking for, where you're trying to see if it will, or if you can hold down your site. From what we've seen coming out of F Diddy, that has been him. He's been able to play on that weak side and prevent it from really going bad.
Yeah, and consistency is a fantastic resource to have in the Sentinel role, because not having that site defended properly can mean life or death at times, especially with how much time you have to be bought in a situation like when you have such coordinated play going on. Every second of time counts so much.
All right, let's speed run because we do have our TDM soon. Let's take a look at M. Gareka, which they call him MG. He goes in game by a heated toilet seat. And, I mean, he's another one of those players that has absolutely been showing out. I mean, 29% headshot. That's incredible coming out from them. He is that player that, at the very least, when you are looking at the round, you're looking back and you're saying, hey, he has value in this play. He was able to get us some space. He was able to get someone on the site with his utility. And that's a big thing, is he's had incredible utility usage. I've seen some really incredible plays and great coordination coming out from them. And I think that's going to be a huge part tonight, is whether or not we're going to see MG kind of show up and bring that coordinated play that we're looking for.
Yeah, and I can gush time and time again about how much I love flash initiators and the impacts they have on these kinds of games, but Heated Toilet Seat has really gone above and beyond, whether that's with utility or just with, it's a shooting game. You shoot them, they die.
Yeah.
This, in my opinion, really is the MVP thus far of NFS. Even though the stats might disagree with me, I don't know.
I mean, I think that's how it kind of is with the rest of them. But in my opinion, the MVP is Hello. And don't get me wrong, the stats may not show it, but he is a demon in that low elo ranks. He is the Hoy of last season, which a little bit of glazing towards Hoy, who is a player who's now Diamond. He is a player who came in and was very underrated. He showed up as a Silver 2, and I think he's already made it up to like Gold 2 or 3, if I'm not wrong. He's a player that's been incredibly important. You see him not only on the recon initiator role, which obviously he's playing a lot of Sova, but he's still getting a lot of impactful kills. I mean, he's playing Sova as a low elo, going into these high Ascendant, high Diamonds, and he has almost 1 KD, almost 208 CS, 19% headshot. He's showing up in 2/3 of his rounds. If I'm looking for a low elo player for next season, that's the one I'm looking at.
Yeah, Hello's performance has been beyond fantastic thus far, especially as the low elo player, and having that consistent kind of support performance is really fantastic.
All right, and it looks like we are about to load into our game, so we'll quit yapping about the players. We're going to watch our TDM in just a moment, and then we're going to see just what maps we're going to be looking at. Before we reveal them, do you have any... I don't know if you've actually looked at the map bans yet, but do you have any
I totally
kind of...
have, but
you can pretend. You can pretend while we watch this this TDM. You can pretend like you've never seen it. But what kind of maps are you looking for here?
I don't know. Honestly, I forgot half of it, but I don't know. I'm looking to see what happens to that vine. Okay.
I was just glazing Hello, and he just missed 2 flashes. It's the caster curse that's what's bringing it.
Yeah, oh my god.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can we sue now?
This is in fact the pre-match, the TDM for this. Cranial impact. This is not the determining match, unfortunately.
No, thank God, no. We are not doing TDMs as a determining match. But we like to watch these TDMs, and it kind of gives us an idea of what we're looking at for players, as well as it gives them a little bit of a warm-up. Get ready for the game, make sure that they're ready. And you know what I'm always looking for? I'm looking for that final scoreboard. Who's going to be that player on top? Right now it's looking like K-Pay.
Yeah, it really is a badge of honor to have that pre-game TDM. Getting the first place is really just a statement to be made, and K-Pay can do that. That might actually be some sort of, mental advantage. You never know. Silly as it might sound.
And I'm just counting. I'm just staring at that. No, don't do that to Hello. But I'm just kind of staring at that kill feed right now, and I'm seeing a lot of F Diddy and Amok as well. There you go. Look at there. There's 2 more kills for F Diddy. I think the big thing is that he's playing Reyna, which I'm not sure if that's gonna happen in game. But Liberty's also playing Reyna, and I know Liberty does not play Reyna, so that may just be for this TDM, just kind of getting ready to warm up. But it is nice to see some of these agents or some of these players still playing on their agents. You still have Splatter playing on Neon, or not Neon, Sova, excuse me. You still have Nom playing that Jet, and Hello's still playing that Sky. So it's cool to see them still warming up on some of their agents, and just getting ready for this match that we're about to have.
Yeah, of course. And, you know, obviously it's not the first thing you'd expect to see, like, F. Diddy eventually go to Arena in, like, an actual game. You know, TDM meta is just a little bit different.
No, he's going to be playing that Sentinel, unfortunately.
But I certainly wouldn't be complaining.
I probably would. I hate Reyna personally, but, you know, I'm a little biased against it. What can I say?
I mean, like, in my notes, I don't even have a roll down for F. Diddy. It just says Cypher Clueless emoji.
I mean, that's a roll if you think about it. Like, really me personally, I played Underpeel. I was primarily a Cypher player. I occasionally played KJ. So, you know, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this slander on my name. Yeah, I probably do. But I'll pretend like I don't.
I mean, I literally also play hella Cypher, so I can't. I just like making fun of other Cypher names, you know?
Fair, you know, can't even complain. I think. Well, I don't know if they deserve it. I think Cypher players are the backbone of the Valorant comp community. I think they're very important. And poor Hello got TV'd on by Snow.
And just the turn around and stand still, that was like such a Team Fortress 2 kind of thing. Look at Liberty all the way up here. 2. It's missing out, dying in the process. That's unfortunate. F. Diddy, though, on a kill streak of their own. I don't even know why I'm casting over this. Like,
I'm just watching. I'm enjoying watching all these players get their kills. Sadly, the overlay doesn't work for TDM, which, to be fair, not built for TDM, so can't even hate on it. But it is cool to see. What? I'm just so enamored by these kills. They're just so fast, kill after kill. It's kind of wild to see. Just like when you're looking at just pure gun skill, they're honestly pretty even matched.
Odin, but unfortunately, getting baited out by that comment again. Oh, that's brutal. That's just brutal. You can't get shot kills in this.
I mean,
warm-up TDM.
I mean, apparently you can. It just did it.
Again, like, Splatter really showing why he's that ghost low elo support.
Wait, I gotta get. Let me yell at Trevor. Hey, Trevor. Oh, you're listening. Hey, Trevor, give us that screenshot. Can you grab it? Or wait.
Yeah.
I don't think you can grab it, can you? I may have to. No, I missed it. Well, unfortunately, it was F Diddy at the top, by the way.
I mean, to be fair, that's not a super huge surprise. Like,
let that inform your fake point gamblers. Wait, is this true? No, this is not true because Slow did a TDM and Hayden won that TDM and they lost on stream. So, not true. Slow did one, yes. Because I think we needed like 5 minutes or something. I don't remember why. I think we were doing setup. And they did a TDM for some reason. I'm not sure. But while we're about to jump into game, let's take a look at those maps. And here it is. Haven and Abyss off of the board. We're looking at Pearl Split to start with. Hey, Ulius, some maps you're looking for. Sin and Sunset off of the board, and we're ending with Bind. One thing that I was a little worried about, but it was able to make it to the end. NFS didn't ban it. They ended up banning Ascent instead. So, I mean, do you see a map 3 coming in?
You know, I certainly hope so, given that these teams both have the potential to go all the way
Mhm.
after this match, going into grand finals. They've shown so much life going into champs here, despite, you know, the expectations from the community being a little bit low. And seeing that bind on the end, like, NFS must know what they were doing to let that stay.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we won't know. That's the truth. We unfortunately won't know until we actually get to it. But yeah, I agree. I think Nib's split isn't very good. Someone cue the pin flash mail smoke thing. What's it called, the soundboard. I think I still have it. I'm pretty sure it's still in the Hooch server,
Okay.
but it's like stuck in my head. Of the time when we had Hooch. You probably haven't seen this one, but we had Hooch was on stream and he was trolling people by spamming the soundboard so that people kept throwing the mail smoke. Yeah, can I get a mail smoke, please? That was great. I remember that specific stream. But let me stop reminiscing. And we can talk a little bit before we actually get into game, because we still have a few minutes. What's the context behind it? I think Hooge was playing with Pinflash, and Pinflash kept asking for mail smokes, and I think Hooge was trolling him and just decided not to give it to him. Why was he soundboard trolling? Because it's Hooge. Because he can. Because he thought it was funny. I mean, it was funny, but I don't know.
So privileged. SMH my head. You know, when you mentioned, like, probably like 5-6 minutes ago now, whatever, when you mentioned like casters cursing F Diddy potentially, I rolled a d20 and got a natural 1.
Oh, okay, so you're already cursing NFS, is what I'm hearing.
I blame you.
What did I do?
Honestly.
What did I do? If it paid out for NFS looking quite juicy, that's true.
Though, like, I rolled for Koopa and got a 4. So.
Oh, well, you know. So you're cursing both teams, is what I'm hearing. Actually, I'm the winner.
Yeah, I'm the winner in the end.
I'm the winner
I get
in
to
the
watch
end.
this from afar.
This is true. I gotta do my
0 states.
I gotta do my predictions. Nib win? No, I'm all inning on NFS right now. Watch this: 3-5, 2-6-2, all in. I'm participating.
Points.
That's fine. I still want to participate. Look at that! I just swing the entire vote. It was 20-80 in Nib's favor, and I all in, and now it's 84 in NFS's favor.
Yeah. Right. That sucks. I win all in.
Oh
last
shit!
time,
We're win game.
No points right now.
Wait a second.
But you know, like.
Oh my god! I missed it. I was yapping too much.
With my wimpy 472. I love gambling.
Gambling! I love gambling.
Remember, kids,
anyway,
gamble responsibly. Unless you're
take a look at our game before I continue yapping too much. We're on Pearl.
Oh, no, that's the harbor.
I'm sorry. No. You cannot point out the harbor and miss the elephant in the room. FTD is playing Phoenix.
Yeah. I mean, it worked last time.
I mean, I guess this is raid bossing. By the way, this is what I mean when I talk about raid bossing. Hoy is pulling out a Phoenix and dropping 40. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I am afraid for this game. Oh wait, it's hard. It's a lot harder when you actually have to like do stuff behind here.
We were kind of like talking about, you know, I have him down in my notes as just Cypher, but like we do have a very strong player here, and putting him on.
I can see it. I mean, yeah, I think it could work. I think the big thing that we're looking for here is whether or not the rest of the team is going to perform. Because you have to remember, sure, you can have that raid boss on it, but he has to have his team to back him up. And so I really don't know if they'll have him. We'll end up seeing, but I think it's not going to be specifically FTD that's going to have that big impact. It's going to be the rest of his team.
Yeah, it's always a team effort after all, and you know, as much effort as you can put into like raid bossing someone up, it doesn't always work. And you know, like Nib already focusing up towards F Diddy's sight from the looks of things, going towards ramp, but getting spotted out by that recon bolt. Running away into backside as 4 walk up behind the smart. How much does he know?
Snow looking to dash out. He's going to spot one in back halls, but it's FDD to keep himself alive, and KP to finally take that kill. They're fighting out on sight, but it's fully in the control of Nib, as NFS is going to be able to give it up. Koopa grabs 2 from main, a third, and the Snow to fill it out. That's a Nib flawless pistol round to start out the game.
That is such a strong start from Nib, especially with, you know, showing us that F Diddy is not going to solo everybody exactly. You know, that fight out in F Diddy was a massive team effort as well. Like the combination recon bolt, jet smoke, falling off for the trade with KP, like that was fantastic.
And it looks like they're going for it again. And, I mean, you had F Diddy on that site. He's going to get aggressive right here. He was here last time, but a flash is going to start out. Smoke's going to start to try to keep him alive, but F Diddy with 1, Snow to take both of those kills. But there's a third player up long, and they're looking for this fight. Nam, he's looking to take it. He's going to be able to pick up a gun for himself. Got that Bulldog off of them, but they're going to be able to go over towards A as all the players kind of recoup. It's going to be a full retake for the defenders.
Yeah, none of the defenders anywhere near the A site right now, but they do have that Bulldog. Despite it being on Nam, who has no utility remaining, you can always pass that off onto a teammate, or just have your duelist, you know, try to duel it. And it does look like they're going to leave it with Nam as they try to quickly retake this site.
Oh, I hate this. No coverage for Art? I mean, I guess they don't want to split because they've got that man advantage, but you just got to stay on site at that point, in my opinion. Breachstun's going to go out as they're looking to take these fights. Nam's going to clear out Art. And they've realized it's full A main at this point. KP looking to take that first fight. It's actually going to be Snow to start it out. 3K looking for 4. Chucks a nade to slow them down. And he did toilet seat trying to hold it down. KP looking for 1. Snow's going to fall. Liberty to fall. And 2 is going to split. It's going to be the KJ nades to grab a piece. And with Nib grabbing a second round, I'm not going to lie. I think that one went more into the favor of NFS. That was a huge eco round for them.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage found, especially picking up that Bulldog. Might not have had the impact you quite wanted, but that was still, you know, a lot of value that you've taken away from Nib's side. And really showing, you know, you don't even need a gun to get that kill.
No. I mean, if you're F Diddy, you don't need a gun. That's how it ends up going. And I apparently did miss some lineups that was coming out from them.
Alright, let's see what this breach is going to do with this stopping power. Holding it out for the A-main choke.
Drone already coming
Smoke is
out.
as the Owl drone flies back.
And Snow to start it off. Able to pick up 1, but Nam with a 2-piece to hold on to A site. They're stuck over in A main. They've got that lurker in mid that could be a big impact here. They're just looking to see what they can do. I was out there. Wait.
Killjoys know where each other are.
Look at the rotate. Oh, I thought they were still A main.
Rotate.
I thought they were still A main. I guess not. Let's see what they can do. Koopa found a lot of space on mid. Liberty's going to be able to join them. But he's still got Splatter A main waiting it. Trying to see what he can find. Nom holding him down. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a gunfight in connectors. Hello picks up 2? Able to grab both of those kills. Splatter's going to get spotted. And Nom with the final one. Wow. What a round coming out from NFS there.
Yeah, that was a very convincing prevention of that bonus getting any value. Like, only losing 1. And that was to a wallbang kill, it looked like. So, I don't know. That was a really fantastic, like, spray control from Hello and from Nam, getting those 2 pieces at very integral moments. And it looks like Nib is not as confident in their A hit as they were last round. Instead going back to this ramp position, but F Diddy might have this angle held down.
Deploying drone.
Using the owl drone. Gonna clear out the pocket, clear out the back of the pillar. Ramp is fully cleared, and this crossfire though.
Ooh,
not quite
wait,
known.
F Diddy looking for a fight. Flash going out. Looking for something, but is not going to be given it. And they spot 3 though.
Rear spotted, but it looks like Nib still wants to commit, at least getting Snow a bit further. Recon Bolt comes out, Snow for the blind, but dashes onto sight, dies for it. Trade's going the way of NFS. You still have that full ramp space.
They're gonna have
Seems
to
a
give
little
it up.
apprehensive on that rotate.
Yeah, they've struggled to get into these mains. They've tried these sight hits, and they've been shut down so far. Liberty looking for something.
30 seconds left.
A knife going out. There's going to be a jump spot coming out from Nam. He's going to be found. And Liberty's going to grab all 3 with that knife. Spider coming back to help him, and a flash through the smoke made him find him that space, but he's only got 18 seconds. Flash comes out, Nam gets found, and the plant coming out. It's going to be Nam to swing, and Nam with the 3rd. As NFS are going to find their 2nd round of the game. And, I mean, and Nib can't stop this momentum early, this could be a rough few early rounds for them.
Yeah, it's a really tricky situation having your spike planter stuck all the way in that B, not able to rotate off that timing, forced to use that 0-point knife just to scan, figure out how many people might be there. That's really rough start, and being forced onto this eco, especially against, our fantastic defense thus far.
And they're getting aggressive once again.
My ultimate's ready.
Full pressure in mid here. A drone coming out as well. They're looking for a fight. Hello could be the fight that they're looking for. He looks away. Liberty's able to grab that kill, and that's a gun in the hands of Liberty. So looking to continue off of this, maybe scale off of this one gun. Push heated toilet seat in the back of Age. Stars are going out. One's going to get spotted. A second coming out from heated toilet seat. Looking for a 3rd, but Splatter to shut it down. Amok's going to find one and spawn. It's all up to Splatter. She's got a 1v3 to work with. F Diddy tries to swing off of that ult, but not giving it. Amok's sitting way back, but he's low on health. This could be what he's looking for, and the timing. Amok able to grab that kill. That's a 3-2 for NFS.
Take a breath now.
And yeah,
Release
that's
the tension.
it, 3-2 for
Let's go.
NFS, but that was fairly good eco damage there, burning that Phoenix ultimate and getting 2 kills. I suppose that's definitely not out of the question. We do have the KO ulti active. And that could be a real difference maker going into these main hits that they've been so reliant on this far.
And it looks like another A main hit coming out from Nib. There's just 4 men walking up. I mean, a big thing that we've seen so far coming out from them is they love putting numbers up, and no, Liberty misses the flash. It's gonna be able to. It's gonna show up a little bit low, but Attacker Killjoy comes out to push them off of A, and I mean, their current plan is just give it up.
Yeah, and their retake game has been fairly strong thus far, so I believe that's definitely fair. You toilet seat with that stun into the hot hands. That's such a fantastic first blood. Koopa getting rid of Hello though. All the way in mid. That's mid control for Nib, but this sight control still favoring NFS as the entirety of Nib falls, and it's just Koopa left in mid. Forced to hunt for scraps here. Spike left on the site.
But FD's looking behind. He's got that op. Flash coming out as he's going to look to retake that angle, but no, they're going to give it up. If he could find the op and at least take it off of the ward, that could be huge. But right now, NFS is playing it smart. They're playing it close to their chest. They know where he is now. They've got FDD set up with that op angle. And he's sitting on an off angle, waiting for something. Waiting for the swing. He's going to miss. Op is dead. And that's what they need. Prevent this op from staying on the board.
10
Koopa,
seconds left.
hold on to it. We're going to see an attack op coming out from them, I think. Yes. Is he going to drop it? No, he thinks he's in the corner.
No.
Koopa's looking to die here. Spike goes down. 3, 2, 1. Keeps on to his... No, he doesn't keep on his life. Koopa's going to fall.
No.
But honestly, in my opinion, that op dying is huge for them.
Yeah, that's no small value being received through that round, despite, you know, that momentum still going in favor NFS thus far. Getting an operator out of play with how expensive and deadly it can be, especially on a map with such open lines as Pearl, value cannot be understated.
No, it cannot. So looking to find what they can, but I mean, that 4-piece round that NFS has been able to find has been huge for them. They've got a lot of economy to work off of. And you can see the guns are hurting on the side of Nib. They're running full sheriffs in preparation for a gun round next round. But it's going to be a Mook to start out this round. And Snow to answer back. They found that connector space very easily these last couple of rounds. Hello has struggled to hold on to it. I think it's got to be a big correction coming out from NFS. But Nib hasn't found anything to work off of it. Until now. Snow with the first one. And they're looking to scale off of that.
Yeah, losing Nom to that double doors peak, a very risky place to go, but having that dive out of play for the retake could be a massive value for Nib as they double up in this secret space.
Not double. That's all 4 players sitting inside of Flower, waiting for some poor soul to walk through this smoke. You've got 4 bodies in there, but only one is going to be able to walk in and take their life. But no one to take Flower. They're all going to sit back. They've gotten full control of site. FDD's going to be the first one to fall. Koopa retaking some space. And then it's 2v4. Guns don't matter too much if you're not able to get those kills. So it's going to be a NFS Nib, or sorry, excuse me, Nib picking up another round.
I got things to
Round
do.
8.
That's such a crucial round to get to after losing so many in a row.
And we have a Nib timeout.
Snow, the energy's great. I love it. Keep it up. As far as their composition goes, they have no active information, so the way that they're going to have to do that is by pushing out and taking a lane. So I really, really, really like the slow defaulty play against them. Going fast kind of does their job for them, unless we're hitting with an ultimate.
I think we can. I think low key we can 3-1-1.
Yeah.
Now that we
I
have,
like that.
especially since Snow is here.
Yeah, I like that adjustment. And if we get a lot of information that they're pushing out aggressively, take the fight towards the 3. The 1s try to avoid taking any big fights like that because they have to get aggressive to get info. Otherwise, just take your time, play the round, and then make a decision midway through the round as to like what space we have, because they have no Sova, they have no Fade, they have no way to get information besides walking out at you guys. They're gonna run out of their unrechargeable utility, and they're gonna have to walk out. And we'll win that battle. So keep the energy up, keep the comms up. It's beautiful. It's great. I love it.
Thanks, coach.
And we're going to listen to him a little bit longer, as I forgot to give them their clear comms round, so we're going to send it right now. And, you know, you heard Coach Bill. We'll see if this ends up working. Let's listen in to see what they're doing.
Towards B side.
So I want the core to be U3. Just go B, and then Koopa, you go mid or me?
We can like
I can hold A main.
we can't play off with their wall.
Playing anti.
I'm getting up.
Quiet A. Call when you need that recall.
Recall now.
Now.
Make sure you clear pillar.
Yeah. Nothing is close. Pillar's cleared.
They liked flooding out street. I think we can take. Do they have bot money? Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather not contact if we don't have to.
Here.
The Jet's here. The Jet's here.
Oh, the
That's the
opposite.
we should hit B. We
opposite.
should hit B. We should hit B.
Okay,
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm after rolling. Bad after all. Care street.
Back all dead.
One off street.
Straight out street.
Dead.
We have to play on. Have to play on.
Rotating.
One's gonna be streets in like 3 seconds.
I have Kosova ult.
Here are your streets. I have star for
If
it.
they KJ ult,
I'm
I'll
off.
break it.
I'm off you. I'm off you. One street. I'm fighting street. Dead. Liberty, come to me. Come to me,
Yeah,
Liberty.
yeah, I'm coming to you.
when you can.
I'm mullied street as well.
Okay.
It's
I
just
think I have a
high-level
star
single.
for bomb.
Yep.
Knifing spawn.
Keep your gun out, Liberty.
They could be safe.
No rush on the lurk. I
Yeah,
have
nothing
Sova
spawn.
ult.
They're saving their
Okay.
up here.
Can I hunt? Can I hunt?
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Probably deep spawn. He's sitting birth canal. He might come to you. Aw.
All good, all good, all good.
I wanted my orb. I'm rich anyway.
Look, we got our W. We got our W. We keep this up. We're
Yep.
taking their money away.
I really like this double lurk.
I. I think that was birth canal, was what that call was. But I gotta say, I love the "Can I go hunt?" I love that comm. Like personally, I have a comm that is, "Can I do some dumb shit?" That's my comm for that. I think it's hilarious that Snow has one as well. I think it's really funny seeing teams have those.
Yeah, can I int?
Can I int? Yeah, that's a good one as well. Can I go throw my life?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's important.
Round so convincingly though, despite that rough astral.
Can I Son?
Can I lawn? Can I Hoy dart?
Can I Hoy? Oh, that's rough. You can't do Hoy like that.
I totally can. Going all the way down ramp, but stopping at that pillar. Snow's just holding for a potential push out, keeping that space. Meanwhile, not much presence has been made in mid thus far, but we do have that full KJ utility holding either of art or streets, and that's a lot of information gained for NFS just off of that. Slowly rotating back towards this B player.
But it's NFS with 4 players on A that hasn't got an idea.
30 seconds left.
This is kind of the issue when you don't have enough early information. They're playing very close to their chest, and they're just waiting for something to happen. And there it goes. 18 seconds left on the board as KP is looking for a fight. They're gonna swing. Koopa able to pick it up, but hello, using the turret. Note coming out from breach as they're looking to retake this site. Ult's gonna clear everything on site, but back haul still in control of Nib. 1 flash, 2 flash. It's gonna be enough to grab 1 player, but can it get the third as bodies are falling left or right? It's gonna be Koopa and Amok to finish off this round. Amok! What is this? No, he gets half though. It gets heard. I know that he's off. Koopa's waiting for a tap. And a rough plant's gonna give Amok a very easy timing. He knows that he's in this corner at this point, and it's enough time for Amok to grab that round. And what a great play coming out from him, one of NFS's high elo players.
That was so well played from Amok right there. Denying that kill there is just so tricky. You do have that rough plant spot if you're Koopa. That's a really rough situation, but nonetheless, being able to get that in such an open plant, really chef's kiss.
And FDD back on that op. I get why, but I can't personally back it. But I mean, it's making quick work of him though. So
this is like the 3rd op that they've bought FDD thus far, maybe 4th. Yeah, but not posting up on this ramp space due to all these smokes that deny that information, but it's kind of sending them through mid-rotate instead.
But I love the fact that they have this kind of spread on the map coming out from the defenders, that they can very comfortably hold this until there's a retake that's going to be set up. And it's really a great setup coming out from NFS. But KP could disrupt this. Looking for the first one. Hello! No, KP actually used utility! No! That's their Asher off of the
so
board. The Killjoy ult coming out, though, could help them get this site. But a lot of utility pushing to kind of clear them off. And they're ready to retake this site immediately. Snom already out. Snow's going to jump out, but Nom's looking for his kills. Finds one. Liberty to take the kill. Before another one happens. Heated Toilet Seat to grab one on the Snow. But Koopa on the flank finds Hello. And this could be a lot more possible. Liberty able to grab one from the grave. And I said this before the game. It's Koopa in a 1v2. I'm not counting them out just yet. This is very possible for them, but they've got that Asher on the board. First smoke's going to go out. Second smoke to go as well. He's going to go on and a Mook to find the nade. That was about his only chance. Koopa going to lose to a Mook. And NFS up 6-4.
Once again, a Muck really taking advantage of that kind of clutch situation. You know, just Koopa, like, playing their heart out really, but kind of just getting outplayed by those smokes and Astra utility. It's a really rough spot to be in, especially when, you know, I really don't like that Nib hasn't been taking this mid control, except on dedicated rounds where they haven't been pressuring the mains as much. Like, mid is so important on split. Not split,
Yeah.
Pearl, in order to get these splits, and
Mm-hmm.
we haven't been seeing much of it.
Yeah, I mean, they started off early with a lot of that aggression, but it feels like they've kind of fallen off of it. There is still some sort of aggression, like you saw Hello walking up Art. So they're still showing it here and there, but it hasn't been as crazy, excuse me, as F Diddy just walking up. Look at this splatter. Did he just know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the tech, trust me.
Sure. We'll go with that one. As Nib is going to be able to get themselves on the site, get this bomb down, and I guess it's got to be tech because they were able to grab this site here.
You never know, and you've got so much space that you could have taken, not going into the Art though, but falling back into main once again and sending Koopa the wrong way around. Diddy flashing out, but getting 2 anyway despite soft blinding. And the Muck is going to get that defuse outright. And that's Hunter's Fury Burn too.
Last round in the half.
That's a devastating round for Nib there.
I mean, they've been trying to really find their footing, and it seems like NFS has just struggled less. This is NFS's. Wait, am I lying to myself? Is this NFS's map? This is NFS's map. Okay, I was not lying. So this is NFS's map. So it is understandable to see them obviously performing better, but Nib's not that far behind.
Yeah, of course. That initial momentum from your first map pick, though, that can be pretty strong. And last round of the half, we still see little to no mid pressure from Nib. And NFS just taking full advantage of that information that they have. F Diddy's slowing them down a bit with that motor there. Throwing down some more bullets, just in case someone decides, you know, to cross there, but falling back, staying behind that pillar for now. It's kind of waiting for that smoke to dissipate. Or if Diddy decides to do anything, picking up that Phantom that they had stashed there as well. 45 left in the round and still no kills found for either side.
They've been playing this incredibly slow, and I mean, I don't think that's terribly wrong. I think they've been playing it incredibly well. Snow's gonna find his first one though.
30 seconds
Looking
left.
for more Liberty with that plan. Oh, Snow goes a little bit too hard, but it's gonna be KP to find that trade.
And the Muck falling means there's an Astra utility for this, but KP falling as well. No Astra utility for either side, but we are in the you-know-what.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
It's the ramp post plan.
The most boring Pearl.
Using from a pretty safe position.
They planted this incorrectly.
Excuse
me? Wait.
Oh.
That's not the plan.
Switching sides.
Nope.
That's
Yeah,
not it.
no.
That is just not it. I don't love that. I won't lie. I will be very blunt. I did not love that. I think you can't plant there if you're gonna go ramps. You have to hold on to site. You lost snow and halls. That was just not it. But 8-4.5. It's NFS up right now, and I mean this could be Nib coming back. This could be their half. We're gonna see here in this pistol round who's gonna start taking out this half.
Yeah, this pistol round can determine so much momentum going into this, and momentum that Nib really needs. Getting only 4 on that attack half on a map like Pearl can mean so much, and already almost pushing out of double doors. You know, NFS playing very slowly as well, pressuring both mains, not doing too much in mid quite yet. Instead opting just to let Timmy the turret hold it for him. But they're falling off of both the mains. That's a lot of information being given up. Hello spotted.
And they're just waiting. I mean, this is the slow play we've seen from both teams. It's been working though. They've both been able to find their space that they wanted, and so as we're seeing this coming out from NFS as well, we're gonna see if it works for them. The Snow's trying to slow them down, not able to grab a kill to start it off though, and he's gonna go ahead and rotate. They've got 3 to push down mid though. Koopa and Snow to try to help from the other side, but it's going to be starting off with a Mook falling to splatter. Koopa up top trying to slow down this plant. It's actually going to be Snow to grab that first kill. They still haven't been able to get bombed down as Nib is just absolutely swarming this site. Nom, last player alive. The 1v3. He's found his first one. He spots one going back up. And he's going to take his second kill. It's a 1v1. Snow versus Nom. And Snow just holds on, but it doesn't matter. That's an ace coming out from Nom, and what a way to start off the pistol round.
Yeah, they were really getting deconstructed there for a second with Nib coming out on that retake and just kind of swarming everybody, but Nom really showing no signs of stopping there, just getting put into that 1v3 and still coming out on top of the ace. That's something NFS really needed in that kind of round, and they got it.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to find their kill, and absolutely what an important round, I think. Not just for the score, but for the mental as well. And it's going to be Nib trying to find something as they're rushing up A main. They've got all 5 players there, excuse me. They're looking for any guns. Are they going to be able to catch someone off? Hello was about their only shot if they had continued climbing. But look at all of NFS. They've already rotated over, and Nibs just kind of stayed.
Yeah, not even committing to the potential attacker spawn push there. In a very risky position to go for, but nonetheless, everyone coming through CT, and this is a 5v5 with unfavorable weaponry. We got the B ramp post plant too. Could be very tricky, but Nib might not be able to get out of this with a couple picks. Only 1, but 2 actually, and that's 4 guns down. Fast. Still though, having to clean up so much in this post plant.
Hello grabs 2 though.
Yeah, a Muck left alone, but
no,
actually, no way.
What a kill coming out from Liberty. If he was aimed just an inch lower, that's an NFS round. We'd be looking at 10-4.
Oh my god.
That was all that changed that round from being what could have potentially been the nail in Nib's coffin to helping them kind of come back here.
I am speechless. Nib coming back from that is just so fantastic for them. It's really the turnaround that they need. And you know, that was a really rough start to that round, kind of forcing them out of A main, but having no one pressure the B and just making that retake work anyway, despite the low weaponry. And we do see some mid pressure coming out from NFS. They did show that nice B split round one, but instead this is 4 up art, 1 up main. Looking at alarm bot, they've been spotted. Time to accelerate just a bit.
Liberty looking to potentially pinch them, but they've cut that angle off. And a double kill coming out from KP, a triple to help grab this round. FDD looking for another one, but it's going to be Koopa to prevent it from going too far. 1v4 for a Mook. As he's gotten behind their lines, he's right behind them, looking for his first victim. It's going to be Liberty to fall. And a Mook with a reload is going to cost him his life. Spider to grab that kill. That could have been a lot more rough for Nib.
Yeah, still nonetheless getting that last Vandal out of play with that walk up into, you know, the you-know-what place. Once again.
Let's see now.
Getting a pistol kill is, you know,
Right there.
nothing to scoff at. That's good damage.
About
And
there.
NFS does have Not Dead Yet active right now. That's a really powerful offensive ultimate.
I wanted to make this joke last round, but you had a lot of yap for someone who said they were speechless.
Yeah, I'm good at that. It's an acquired skill.
It's a new round. A new yapper. As we're looking to see if we can't take B here. The op misses! Snow! No!
No. And F Diddy getting in there for 2 before the Not Dead Yet expires. That's so much damage, and the operator's down. Could still be retrieved, but this is going to be a very uphill battle if Nib wants to take this.
They're just
so many
holding on.
stars.
So much time wasted, though. F Diddy looking for the first one. There's gonna be Spotter to find the kill onto F Diddy. They're just waiting. Beautiful KO Molly coming out as Koopa's gonna find one, but there's just too many bodies left alive. There's not enough time. Koopa with a beautiful kill, but I don't think you can hold on to your life. They've done a great job of killing a lot of these guns, but unfortunately, they still lost that round.
And I don't know, do we have time for clear comms here?
We do. We do. I thought it was round 15. I cannot count apparently. So we're gonna jump into clear comms now, and let's see a little bit of what NFS has for us.
We do need something to watch B. Can we put like a tripper or something over here?
I cannot buy.
Buy what you can. We're forcing.
Take this, MG.
Wait, knife, careful knife.
Wait, they have their set up here to flash A.
They flashed out.
They're drawing. Oh,
Nice, good job.
nice kill.
We can speed up if we want to.
I'm flashing close.
KO
is
here. KO is here. 100%. Let's accelerate here.
Alright, Art is open.
Stunning pit.
In pit.
Break dart.
No, the dart.
Spike down A.
Backside.
No more Sova.
Nice.
2v2.
Backside. We have your Art. You gotta
Got the spike.
Casey, help me.
Coming.
Flying.
Good spam.
Spike planted.
One's probably
I'm gonna
pit.
flash backside and peek. We're chilling.
Play together.
Okay, I'm coming up. It's not planned for up though.
I have mollies on it.
It's okay. We have
I'm gonna ult
two
first,
mollies, and we have ult.
Well
First we molly, then we ult.
Alright, we're
No,
gonna
no. Molly now.
Both?
Do not ult
Don't
yet.
peek yet, don't
Molly,
peek.
it's
Do
Molly.
not ult yet.
Molly again.
Popped yet.
It's broken.
It broke it. They broke it.
Alt.
Go.
Push.
enemy remaining.
Not on the bomb. It
Don't
is
push.
now.
Stay in the smoke, stay in the
Stop
smoke.
pushing.
Nice! Good job.
Good shit,
Casey. Good
Casey.
job. Really good round, dude. Really good round.
They're not
Terrifying.
getting the message.
I'm
Leave it to
trying.
me. I'll rough them.
You're okay. Yeah, you're just trying to buy time.
And what a clear comms coming out from them. a lot of people don't love the back seating, but sometimes it's what helps win those rounds. And honestly, I think that was a big part of it. Was that this comms coming out from, I believe that's F Diddy calming that. I don't really know their voices too well, so I can't confirm that, but I would assume it is one of their highly low players.
Yeah, that's one of the good examples of, you know, when backseating can be very good. You need to coordinate the timings of that utility in order to stall out that diffuse just right. We are going to see this coordinated fight. Looks like, you know, it's roped off. Snow just taking that orb. Wait, was Snow already full? Hello's up in streets, though. Alarmbot's going to spot him if you go any farther, but... Oh, KP is going to make contact here, but
He wins that.
taking it anyway.
That's my low elo demon right there. I'm gonna grab that
That's
kill, and that was
street
a
control.
huge one.
Spike planted.
Everyone's coming out from CT end.
They are.
Recon Bolt comes out, Scream 2 going unbroken, but there's so much space to take here in so little time. Do manage to get into backside though. Not much space. They're low to tuck, and you do have numbers finally favoring Nib here, but the lockdown comes out. You're gonna have to get after, but you don't! Breaking the lockdown,
Player
but
standing. One enemy remaining.
Tupa just dies there.
Liberty still gets that
Kill,
kill. Oh.
Yeah, that's rough for Nib there.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much potential, and it just didn't quite work out.
Match point.
I'll shut them down. Until then,
That was a really great start to the retake, just kind of going down and just dive bombing the back of the site, but just not quite working out in their favor in the end. Not enough time. So much delay utility from both teams there.
We go into potentially the last round for both teams. This could be a very early split win for NFS, but it's got to be up to them to close that out. Looking to see what they can get. And it's going to be F Diddy to walk out with that ult to start off the round. They've given full A control as he is just hunting for these kills. Splatter could be his first victim, but he runs out of time. Just barely losing that.
You are
Barely making contact though. Two were spotted. As the Owl Drone does come out, get past this Astral Divide. Not quite spotting anybody yet though. He gets the first blood there, but still not for battle unless Liberty can get yet another. Flashing Snow through, but long in the process. Almost halved. Two remain. Splatter getting that final kill. KP to defuse the bomb, and Nib still have a chance here. Not letting go just yet.
Someone's gonna hate me for saying this, but I mean, they could almost pull an unguardable. They could try to bring this back. We could see an OT coming out from them, but oh wait, we have a timeout.
That's all I hear. Yeah, I like the call to not op because there's too many flashes in this composition. They're gonna be on eco this round coming up.
We have KJL.
12-7 ever.
Yeah, we have a lot of ults coming up, so let's be sure to cycle them. And this is low-key winnable because we have a lot of ults. They have no ults for like 3 rounds here.
Low key, this guy doesn't believe in us.
Are you going B or what? Ghost. I mean Snow.
I'll fight out A.
I think you can go back A. I think we just throw the knife and then splatter. I think it's... Where do you have to be to dart shops? Like, is it safe or no?
I can just dart shops from art.
Yeah, I'll go with you to start, and then you can just... What?
Make sure you buy Snow because he's gonna need full shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want Splatter to rotate ASAP. Like, he doesn't really need to be there for the fight.
Fighting!
Fighting!
Okay, my knife is a little bit far from you.
You want me to dart shops and then rotate B?
Yeah, if it's... Yeah.
I heard.
I'm about to fucking cook these kids, man.
Well, you heard him.
Yeah.
Snow is about to cook. I'm not gonna finish that, but Snow is about to cook him A main. So looking to see what they can grab. And I mean that's the Snow that we want. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, look A main though. Nothing's happening there. Instead,
Fair.
we get flashed out of double doors, taking all this street space, looking to take connector into Splatter. One comes out, Splatter commits just a bit much, taking so much damage, and instead opting just to collapse onto this B site. Koopa's there alone, but does have that lockdown. Comes out right now before the plant even comes down, even tapped. No chance at breaking that quite yet, but you are able to get back into ramp. It's going to be a tricky retake for Nib. You do have that you-know-what post plant.
It is. It's that B ramp post plan. So K-Beta started off, and F Diddy with a kill to try to hold this down. They've got Bomb down to help them out, but they don't have Snow dead. 2 for him. Amok finally finishing him off, but a kill as well. And look at Liberty still hunting for kills. Liberty's still fighting their demons.
I don't know, maybe you're just, you know, trying to show him up, show him who's boss. You never know, maybe Phoenix could just double ult. Just come back randomly. Gotta stay vigilant if you're that flash initiator. Nah, I don't think Liberty needs to chill yet. I think Liberty needs to just double down on this right now. That's how Nib wins.
I mean, you heard Snow getting hyped, so, you know, I maybe the rest of the team did. Maybe that's what we need. We need those, we need these rounds. I mean, they only need 4 more. It's possible. Someone's got to start that chant that I was doing last night.
Oh no.
What was it? It was like, when I say Nib, you say OT. Nib, OT, Nib, OT.
Look at this split potentially. Breaking utility and art instead of falling off. Now I'm looking to retake that space though, potentially. Getting a little bit apprehensive. Looking to potentially push out double doors there.
Poking and prodding. Really not sure where they want to go.
NFS has done a good job of at least taking this mid space where Nib has not, but you know that's still control that they have to fight for pretty hard. And they've been very patient with their means to do so. Alarm bot comes out, noise has been made, everyone's spotted, but it's quiet. The hit hasn't come out yet. It's just Koopa's Swarm Grenade versus the world, as you have 30 seconds left to get this bomb down. It's gonna come down. Getting that first blood is so important. No nanoswarms for the bomb yet. This is still a retake though. Yeah, Astral Divide comes out. But
Nom! No, that's still huge. That's still huge.
Yeah, the Astral Divide's still active.
Find 2.
No delay utility besides whatever F Diddy might go for, and that's the bomb's defused. There's nothing that you can do about that. That's brutal.
9-12 now for Nib. And I was kind of joking about that that OT, by the way. I just like to say I was fully joking about that. Rose is definitely sitting in the production room and is like, hey. It's like, hey, I want to play Underpeel after oh, not Underpeel. I want to play in-houses after this, and we're like, nope, you're getting 3 maps.
Nope. You're not allowed.
You're not allowed. Last night they were like, don't worry, we'll play in-houses after map 2, and I was like, we're getting a map 3, like halfway through the game. Let's just say she had some choice words for me.
Just kind of pre-aiming the star, it seems, as they do walk into connector without being spotted by that alarm bot. Oh no, this timing could be brutal for Splatter.
Splatter, turn. Splatter.
But they're just
get the knife, get your knife, get your knife.
Do it.
Get your knife, King. Please.
Do it.
Please. No!
The muck's not all the way
No
up
knife?
there. Instead, just
I want my
just
knife.
waiting for this
I've been
rotate.
scammed.
And they're gonna catch hello. With that stinger, not able to catch it. Okay, getting revenge. Koopa's so low.
Placing swarm grenade.
Left in this 2v4.
Swarm grenade out.
No super reliable utility, you know, that Mana Swarm is going to one-tap Koopa as well. This is gonna be a tricky retake. Koopa almost dying to that turret if you weren't careful. But this is a round you have to take. You're on match point here. Koopa unfortunately does in fact die to that Nano Swarm, and
Get out of my way.
Snow loses that first contact. NFS to take map 1.
And, yep, Pearl going to NFS. And we're going to head to a quick break before we open up for map 2. Don't go too far. We'll talk a little bit about what our thoughts about Pearl before we head into the next map that I believe is Split. We'll be right back. Don't go too far.
Yeah.
And welcome back. We're back after an exciting map 1 coming out from NFS, ending up winning that 13-9. I mean, what are your big highlights coming out of that one, Rena?
You know, we had a lot of highlights there. You know, NFS really showing their control over that mid space was really strong. A lot of very slow, methodical play from both teams, showing a lot of patience, sometimes even to a fault. And you know, that patience can be very important, but how much patience you have could really influence the rest of this set.
Absolutely. And I think, like, it wasn't just patience. I mean, they were both playing it very proper. You saw a lot coming out from both teams. I think, like, the big thing that I noticed was the really fast execs coming out from them once they got around to it. So I'm really excited to see that. But enough about the last game. Let's take a look at what we've got for Agent Select. We're going to be jumping into Split now.
Ooh. Look at us already going in here. We've got the split compositions. Got like that, standard dive duelist. You've got Sky even kind of been coming back in the Underpeel recently. And, F Diddy on that signature cipher, you can't be too surprised, but these compositions are looking to be identical.
Mm-hmm. I think specifically for me, oh, sorry. Got a DM. I think, like, specifically for me, what I am looking for coming out from them is going to be whether or not they're going to be playing slow. You do have, like you said, you have those dive duelists, so it could be a very fast one, but it's really going to be up to both teams to really decide how they want to play this.
Amok toyed with my heart there for a second, almost clicking on that vice. You had me scared there, mate. We do see this mirror match, and, these compositions are pretty indicative of both of these teams, how they've...
What? Why is it doing that? Aw, lame. Well, we're not watching Unguardable versus Zonk, I would just like to say. I don't know why it is doing that. Yeah, who cares about that match anyway? We're watching the important one, NFS versus Nib. But while I'm yapping, I don't know. I think, like, specifically for Split here, it's gonna be who can dominate on the attack half. It's a very defensive-sided map, in my opinion, and so if we can see one team kind of dominate on their attack half, that could be the one that they're gonna be taking.
But
this is a nice spot.
For your opponent in the next half, that's really important. And NFS once again starting on that defense. Nib's map. Well,
but
they have a bit of
they're down.
Map,
they are down though, so they have to win this map if they don't want to get knocked out. So coming to Split, that's really what they want. As we're going to be starting this off, we're going to be looking at a little bit of a B hit coming out from those Nib players. Liberty starting it off with a dog, but a nade to slow them down.
Trade of utility, two very important pieces, but that's information gained for Nib. We don't know yet that Nom's going to peek out, but falling in the process, Amok trading it out. Kills eventually do end the way of Nib, and you're forced to retake in this kind of situation, but you do have that Skog on deck. You do have F Diddy with no utility, but that's F Diddy.
By the way, Just Ghost is back.
Just a matter of making use of them, and do get first 2 kills. Paranoia comes out. Liberty is blind and dead. And it's just Ghost. Not showing up too strongly in that first round of yours, but no, that's a rough start. Sometimes it goes that way. We do see that first round going to the defensive side of NFS. Yeah, we do need to draw some attention, though, to the fact that Just Ghost is back. You know, no more substitute here. We've got our standard dive duelist already getting 2 kills in that last round.
I won't fib. NFS is gonna have to wear a bib after they get one shot like it's insta gib. That is a chant of all time. I've got to say, but I don't know if a chant of all time is going to be enough for them to be able to win this game out. Because NFS has already, like you said, won this first round. But Nib with that 4-man, excuse me, up. Is that 3? Can I not count? I think that's 3 players coming up ramp now. So looking to take some early space.
Yeah, that space can be really important, you know, with how slow Split can be, even just that little bit of information, forcing your opponent to re-clear some angles, that can buy you a lot of time. And look how far vent both teams are. You're getting surrounded. Nib no longer the one who's commanding the space. Instead, NFS just collapsing around them. Koopa recommitting to the space, but not able to beat out that judge, unfortunately. Yeah, I won't fib. That round was a real punch to the rib.
Okay, all right, let's cut the poems before it starts going too hard. No, we don't have any poets, and I definitely know it.
I don't know. Maybe we can get something going.
You gotta
poetry contest.
I ain't got no rhythm. I hope someone
But
gets
listen
that.
to what you're doing right there.
Ah, you do. W. Okay. That's all that's needed.
Man, look at this bonus. That's such a strong arsenal going into this bonus, and already so far up into this ace space. NFS is going to have a real jump on Koopa should he decide to commit to this. And Amok as well. You're not going to be able to push out of that mail. Judge right there. Instead, after you fall off, though, you know, a lot of pressure being thrown. Judge not getting any value, but hello, swinging off with that Vandal, too. Paranoia is being traded. No
What a
for hello
teleport!
There. That's a bonus win.
That is a bonus win. You're right.
Yeah, you blink and you miss it, and all of a sudden, all of Nib is gone.
I mean, we saw it the first time from them on Pearl, but we're gonna see it out of them now, as we're actually going to jump into a clear comms round to see what they're talking about.
Important round it will be.
Or we would if clear comms would turn on. Okay, never mind. We're not jumping into a clear round. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so we're gonna continue while we wait to see if clear comms will fix itself.
Yep, you get to listen to our wonderful yapping once again. And
love yapping.
you know, here's that split mid. Very important pressure here, but you know, it's difficult to push through when you have this crossfire and all this utility holding. But with that smoke up, you're gonna walk straight into Nam. Trading 1-for-1, but getting that vent space, and Amok not able to come out of this smoke quite yet. Splatter might be able to hold this space if Amok decides to cross back into vents. Falling off just a little bit, missing that timing, but spotting an arm. Still scared of Splatter, knowing they're there. Going 1-for-1 once again, and that's heaven space taken for Nib. And that's no small feat. That's going to be a very, very crucial piece of space.
One enemy
In order to take this B site potentially, but no. Losing 2 in the process. It's Liberty left alone.
30 seconds left.
And Liberty does do pretty well in these situations, but that's still an ace you're going to have to pick up. Tapping the bomb. Once, now twice. Skog comes out, you're stunned. No chance with F Diddy running you down while you have that flash out. That's brutal.
I mean, you want to talk about brutal? It's round 5, and we're looking at a 4-0. I don't know if this is the fabled Nib split that we've kind of been expecting. I got hyped up for this. I mean, I guess let's give him a little bit of time to talk about this. We're gonna jump into a timeout for Nib.
Let's breathe, right? Get out of your heads. Keep the comms up. Keep the energy up. I feel like the energy's dropped a little bit. It's okay. We've lost rounds before. We've won rounds before after losing them too. So let's regroup, take a breath, and let's focus on the game plan. Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna hit them with the 1-3-1. If they're not playing somebody in vents, I want us to try to contact up as much as possible because they're not putting the Cypher trip in mids. There's no need to use utility, okay? They're gonna be guessing. So keep resmoking mail, keep playing infant now, contact up as far as you can before taking a fight. Alright? If you get into vent, then start using utility. But if they're not playing a guy in vent, don't use util. There's no point. It's like, yeah, there's a Viper in mail. We know that. So just focus on hitting with the 1-3-1, playing passive, really passive towards the mains, and try to contact up mid until they fight you mid. If they start fighting you mid, then start using utility. Until then, just contact up, just like you did last round. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fighting.
Let's wake up. Let's wake up. Let's get the comms up. Get the energy up.
Right now they're 1 off Omen, they're 1 off Cypher, they're 3 off Viper, and 2 off Sky right now, and the 3 off the the Raze. The Raze isn't really getting good value right now.
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
she was vent.
Yeah,
Round.
so we can just double swing on that.
The flash.
I'm starting to walk up.
We can contact.
Yeah.
I'm walking up. I'm with you.
Go flash and fight this.
Omen on
One more
mid.
mail. One more. Nice.
I'm coming mid.
Okay.
Give me work up, eh?
Omen said 40.
Yeah, we have a minute. Let Koopa
You
come.
dogging A. Dogging ramp.
I have the spike.
We have 50 seconds still. Plenty of time.
Not ready yet.
I have smoke and 8. I can re-smoke mail. And then we can pinch A heaven.
Alright.
I'm walking.
Just starting to walk up.
Shadows
Smoking now.
$30 seconds left.
They see me. They saw me on cam.
You break cam.
No, it's one way.
Alright, let's
be
go
on
side
site.
together. I'm landing CT first cross.
Cage triggered.
Could
We
be
got
on site.
Good trip.
Nice.
Prince died.
Playing late main or late
Spike
mid.
planted.
Smoking heaven.
I have cam on screens.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear one coming at mid right now.
One
They
took
just
the
went
rope.
up ropes from vent.
Last player standing.
Nice.
Nice.
No,
Still one more there.
Yep.
Heaven.
CT.
Screens.
He's taking off dart.
We have one more cage, one more. He's
I
saving.
got you. Come on. Let the all come out right now.
We're good right here.
Nice. Good
Good
round.
stuff.
Good shit,
recovery.
Cam.
Insane shots, KP.
Yep.
That was fucking nasty.
Nice
The
shit.
spray transfer went off.
Cooked.
I've got to say, I think that was a round that they absolutely needed. They're on the board, and I'm so glad that we were able to hear their comms for it.
Yeah, they sounded really proud of themselves, as they should be in that kind of situation. A really convincing win where this momentum had been so far gone. We have the Cypher Operator. I interrupt that thought to bring you Cypher Operator, I suppose. Finally, the strongest side on a ramp, but Nib not going there quite yet. Instead, just holding passive mid pressure. While this beat hit isn't very slowly winning that orb. And the name just Ghost, but Splatter falling in the process in this battle of spam.
Poison's off.
Would be a critical moment there. That's a bit too far out. And Nom too, just falling in the process. Numbers are suddenly even. Say no more. F Diddy falling with that operator down.
Cover going out.
Not opting to hold it yet, but the potential to do this if they so choose. Heated toilet seat preventing from the shadows from panning out, but Amok preventing quite a bit more than that.
A. One enemy remaining.
3 in the process. That's the bomb down in heaven. Only KP to retrieve it.
This is everything I wanted.
That's 4
Wasn't it?
for Amok. NFS taking yet another round.
After that beautiful round coming out from NFS, I hate to say it, but I'm feeling this coffin closing. It feels like that was a great round prior coming out from Nib, but the immediate kind of change coming out from NFS to fix their issues and grab that second round or that next round, it's just showing how prepared they are for this split. They did have that 33% win rate coming into this, but clearly they've fixed a lot of their issues that was causing that win rate. And as Amok is getting hunted down, just goes to grab that kill. I'm slowing down the rest of his team, but he misses! The Rosa!
That's devastating for NFS, losing 2 players.
Spike down mid.
I
enemy
shouldn't
remaining.
have said anything. Just going back and forth there. So many kills coming out. Heated toilet seat left alone here. So you do get the heaven turned down. KP with another point from the shadows, but heated toilet seat with the mountain to climb. Very patiently scaling up this B heaven. Not sure where anyone could be holding. This is a difficult site to retake with 5 people, let alone alone. Forced to clear out all of this lurk space. Maybe just hunt for a kill or 2. There's no time left. No ult point being claimed quite yet, unless Koopa gets spotted here. But getting the kill instead. There is a Sky ult in play, but Nib gets another round. Such a crucial one, too.
I mean, I hate to be a hater. I mean, I love to be a hater, don't get me wrong. But, like, I don't want to be a hater here. It's just, it feels really rough for Nib. Coming into this, I had a lot of people, not just Ulius, talking about Nib's split, and I just not seeing it. It feels really rough to me. It feels like they're making a lot of issues that a team that this is supposed to be their map shouldn't be making. It feels like a lot of their execs have been due to gun skill and not. And maybe a little bit of coordination, but it just doesn't feel like they have a grasp on how they can take these mains. It's been really rough for them to get out, and they've been losing a lot of bodies to find space.
And we have a flash coming out, and these bodies are going to be running into that paint shots there. It is one across it. Now I'm just shredding them down as they drop. 8 HP, but you just need to live that long, and only 2 left alive for Nib in this. That's so rough. There's not a ton to be done here in order to secure this round. Bombs all the way up in vent. You have to retrieve that and get to the site within 30 seconds.
It's just not. It's just not happening. I mean, I hate the cast or curse it, but I literally just said that they waste bodies to grab space, and what do? They lost a 3K to Nom to find a little bit of space in mid. Sure, they got full control of vents. It's a 2v5 right now. It's just not the answer that they're looking for. Excellent coming out from NFS to just give this. Wait, what?
If the bomb does go
Okay,
down,
okay, wait. Are we trolling?
Spike planted.
They're still in it!
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm just gonna stop speaking.
You never know what could happen here. Even just a couple of picks could mean a lot. Koopa getting that
Player standing.
bomb down does mean that win or lose, you have that Viper ulti active next round. Let's get one.
Not 1, but 1 is not 10 or 5 or whatever you need for a round. But they're gonna be able to grab that next one. 1 is not 10. You did get yours, but I mean, still, it's 6-2. I get his defense. Yes, NFS started on defense. Obviously, they got to choose, so they're gonna take defense on split. But I mean, you still gotta pick up more rounds. It just doesn't feel like their defense has to be stacked. It has to be some PRX level defense if this is their map. Because I'm going to be real, and I like I said in the previous round, I just don't see it from their attack.
Yeah, thus far it's been a very rough experience, and as you said, just kind of forced to use these bodies in order to get new space. Not getting a ton of utility out of that sky in terms of information, not clearing too much space out
Poison's off.
with said information. It's a very difficult situation. I do have a little bit of space preserved
Spike
in B,
down
but
mid.
once again, forcing these trades, they do come out positive this time around, but nonetheless indicative of that same problem.
Plant's gonna go down for them. But we've got to grab this post plant. They've got to find more space. I mean, they've fully given it up. It's a 3v2. Where's Koopa? Please tell me Koopa disconnected. This has to be a 2v2 with a disconnect. Ult's gonna come out. They're gonna spot the... No, he's not disconnected. He's coming back up. This is a super late flank, but you've got the Sky ult. You've got to start running at that point. They know where you are. KP is gonna be able to grab one. Heated toilet seat with a kill, and heated toilet seat with another? Viper Molly's gonna come out, it's gonna push him off of the bomb, but it's getting halved. You've got only so much time. Heated toilet seat could find this. This wasn't Viper on the flank. It's gonna be able to happen. But I'm gonna be so real. I hated that super late flank coming out from Koopa.
You know, maybe there were just some connection issues, you never know. Like, oh yeah, it does look like we are going to be going to a tech pause here in a moment. Unfortunate. Might have been due to whatever Koopa had going on.
Are we? No P10s?
Like we are. It's a P5.
Oh, it's a P5. Alright, well. We're going to jump over to the desk while we wait for the P5 to be over. Maybe that was a Koopa. Was that a Koopa disconnect?
It may very well have been. Just it certainly looked like it with that kind of positioning. You don't stay there for nearly that long if it weren't for a disconnect. And Koopa's still getting that despite that kind of thing is really impressive.
Yeah, able to get back in and grab that. I am a hater. Thank you, Hoy. But no, I mean, it's not just been that. Like, their coordination's great. I think that's something that I love coming out from Nib specifically. They've always had great coordination. It's something we've seen in previous games. You'll see the 3-2-1 pop, and you know it's happening. It's not just like, oh, I have to be in the comm to know it's happening. You can see it. You can actually see them doing their 3-2-1 pop, and it's great to see coming out from them. But right now, it just feels lackluster. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of pressure on the defense. I mean, hell, the only reason that they were able to grab that defuse on the 2v5 round, where Nam was able to grab that 3k, was because they just gave up B. If you left someone on B, the defense didn't feel like they needed to really do much. They felt comfortable enough to give up that, and I mean, it was definitely a mistake coming out from NFS. They did end up running that round, but they gave them the chance to be able to grab it. So I'm not loving the split so far. We are only an attack half. 4-8 isn't bad. This is split. We can still take 4-8 and win this, but they've gotta grab that extra round at a minimum. 5-7 would be great. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, you have a lot of things to pick up here and not much time to do it the remainder of this attack half. There's been a lot of kind of silly mistakes, just giving up space when you really oughtn't to, really don't need to either.
Shit, when we're in game.
We're in
Welcome
game.
back. Sorry, I was keeping an eye on it, but I was not vigilant enough. We're gonna start with
That's the nature of the P5s.
Start with a walk up mid. They've got that blind set up. And a nade coming out, but the nade misses.
And so does the paranoia, though. Still getting its intended stall.
I mean, they can't get past this Viper orb.
But Splatter getting that first kill.
Mm-hmm.
FD, that B
Still
anchor
fighting
is dead.
Smoke.
Pinch.
But they've lost Vince.
Yeah, losing that Vince player.
I know exactly.
Not an ideal situation. You are detected. There's no one near the A site. Rock forced to fast rotate. Hello's going to get all the way back into screens before anyone has anything to say about it.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, look at that Viper pit.
KP with an
So
early
much
shot is
space
going to give
covered.
up some information. And Spotter with another kill. You know, apparently I was enough of a hater that I'm giving Nib some rounds. There's only 2 players left alive for NFS. Spotter able to move out of that corner. Using that cage to find some early space, but a step is going to give them the information that they're walking out of main. Spotter could be looking for his kill, but it's going to be Nom to start it out. Liberty is going to fall. Only 3 players left alive, and a flash is going to try to help them grab some stuff, as Kepe is going to be able to grab 1v3. Look for guns here. Fortunately, you're fighting against Koopa, and it's going to be a Nib 4-6. We're getting close to this half.
Yeah, that was such a great round, just taking that information that you gained with that. You know, like, you won those fights, finally. Kind of not needing those bodies to take all that space just really proved to be a boon in the end. If you can keep that up, that could potentially be 2 more rounds in your attack half, you know?
Could be, and, you know, we haven't seen another or timeout from NFS at all, have we? Like, I don't even think we saw it on Pearl.
Toxin screen down.
Maybe that's
No,
just
we
like
haven't.
confidence? I'm not sure. It's gonna be a Mook
We have
trying to hold
seen-
down main.
No fuel.
Wait. Are they full giving up mail here? And they're gonna realize it. As Nib is just gonna walk through. A Mook looking for 1. But it's not enough. Nom and Hello to find their kills. As Hello looks for a second one, but it's going to be Spotter to prevent it from happening. Mook walking through, and it's going to be Nib taking up B's site. As they've got 1 behind. Look at B main here. 3 players walking through it, and they're hunting down Splatter. He finds the first one, but Nom with a kill to hold on to it. And Bomb still has not gone down. So they're going to be able to rotate off. They're going to be able to go A. They can get across a Mook. 1 to fall. Kepe's still alive in a 1v3, and they don't expect her to just walk up. They think she's going over towards A. Well, Kepe grabs the first one. Kepe looking for a second, able to grab it. Now it's a 1v1.
This is a very real round for Nib here.
MG.
Kepe really equalizing that. Despite being
Go for a gun.
Yeah, going on low HP there. Heated toilet seats playing very slow with this.
10 seconds
KP
left.
not quite sure where to plant, instead of opting to put it back.
Oh, Handsome and good at the game.
Shadows traveling.
You
You know,
it's a plant.
it is. I kind of want to hear what's going on. You want to listen in on Nib?
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Let's hear. Let's hear. So quiet. They're giving her that time to work. And they're still giving them comms. KV finds it! And listen to that!
Throw those twice in a row. I don't throw those twice in a row.
coming off of Cafe. I don't throw those twice in a row. As we're looking at the last round of the half, and wow, that's a round you need if you're a Nib.
She did everything she could perfectly. That was so fantastic there, and that lurk timing, oh my god. That's 5 on the board for Nib. And that's 3 in a row they've gotten. That's NFS certainly on the back foot, you know, in this final round of the half. We might finally be seeing what that Nib split was meant to be.
Poison's off.
Viper Pit still not coming out for a muck. We do see a showstopper though, going off, not getting anything quite. But a muck getting first pick onto Just Ghost. That's the dive duelist down. Not much space has been taken for Nib thus far.
They've lost Just Ghost. He's gonna end up falling. They still are struggling with this mid. NFS had a great hold on it. This Viper Orb being absolutely crucial for them holding it, but right now they're just gonna walk up and never mind. Nom gets 2. K-Pays grabs 1. And a TP out. Gonna be able to keep her life. She's gonna jump over in a main, but they still need to grab this bomb. They still gotta clear off sight. They've gotta worry about that player walking up. Hello. Able to grab 1 onto K-Pay. And they're separated on this map. This could be another clutch, but Koopa's gotta find 4. She's gonna drop down. They're giving their individuals, but you can't pull out the knife. You know there's a player on site. And unfortunately for you, you're staring down the barrel at F. Diddy.
That's an unfortunate way to end the half, but we do see 5 attack rounds coming out from Nib after such a rough start to the game. You know, maybe there's still signs of life here. We are seeing a bit of what the Nib split has to offer, even though, you know, it was a pretty rough attack half, despite the scoreline. This defense play is going to be what matters so much here. Nib is going to have to play out of their minds, but this is their map after all. Just have to see what they have in mind.
And I gotta say, I gotta agree with Ulius. Win pistol, win game. Koopa starting off with that Viper Molly as they're just gonna try to walk through. One almost losing their life and heated toilet seat. But he's gonna be able to hold it on. They're gonna be able to get through. And if Spotter can look for at least 1, no, if Diddy finds him. B's fully in the hands of NFS. And look at Hello. He's gonna grab 1. And that may just be enough. Their smokes are off of the board. They're down a body. And this is going to be a rough retake for Nib.
Yeah, this is a tricky situation to be in. Koopa with this shorty. And get potentially cleared by that boombot, but no, getting crossfired from main. 2v1 for Liberty, but that is a blind. Now I'm instead being not quite where you expected, and that's a pistol round for NFS once again. And win pistol, win game.
You know what the rough thing is? 1 bullet, in my opinion, changes that round. If who was that? What was her? If Koopa had been able to pick up heated toilet seat, I could see that round going Nib. That 1 HP made a difference. And it's going to be NFS picking that up, and so we're not going to see win pistol, win game. Nib is here to put you to shame. It's going to be NFS picking that up, and Nib's got to find this round if they really want this game. A lot of utility coming out as Just Ghost is hunting for a kill, but they're not going to give him that kill for free. 5 bodies in mid, and all of the attack has backed up. They're setting themselves up for this. They're playing off of this Viper wall, and they're just fully giving up that space, trying to look for these kills.
Definitely a strange stack to make. You know, that mid space is really hard to take for defenders, and you know, when you have a whole firing squad pointed down at you down one choke point, who's really defending here? You know, NFS do lose one, just barely.
Trust each other and we'll be
Nom does fall, but that's still 4 Bulldogs going into this bonus round. That's so much.
Round 15 right now, as we're going to be looking at a 9-5 half so far for NFS Nib. And remember, this is Nib's final map before potentially being out of the season. They've got to pick this up if they want to be able to play tomorrow. But right now, the rounds are what's important, as they're playing against a full buy coming, almost a full half buy coming out from NFS. But 2 bodies already falling for NFS as they've lost some of those guns. They're looking to see if they can't find some more of these free guns coming out from NFS.
Look at that rotate from KK. Maybe a bit premature, but all of NFS is still here, to be fair. Amok has to take his time eventually. Unless Heated Toilet Seat gets that kill through the smoke. Now you have a chance to fight this at even grounds. The Phantom? There we go, that's better. Amok gets one. KP with the trade. Paranoia. So many bullets are being burned. But the space has been given up. NFS has been let into vent.
30 seconds left.
That trapwire as well. And Splatter! Contact made. Splatter losing a lot of health, but no kills found. Either side. Plant will go down.
Spike planted.
NFS getting plant money at the very least. Camera broken.
Last player standing.
Skog not getting any values. Liberty kills Hello. Heated Toilet Seat alone once again, but if anyone could do it, it's your Flash Initiator Heated Toilet Seat.
My ult's ready.
What a play. What a spray.
This has been incredible coming out from NFS. I mean, it's really coming together for them. Love who you do. It is incredible performance coming out from NFS. You can tell that they're really in for it. And let's listen and see how the other team is actually doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we just play passive Liberty.
They smoked earlier.
Cypher,
Viper.
She saw me.
They're nading me out.
I'm dogging fast.
I mullied it. They're pushing up. They're pushing up hard.
Cypher's stunned. Cypher's stunned.
Yeah, we can't fight him. He
fell back. He fell back.
I'm giving up. Now. They're up now. now.
Pass rotating. I'm pass rotating.
I'll be main. Splatter.
Yeah. Wait, they're in vents now. Coming vents. Stand up to the
Spike down A.
55 Viper.
Viper dead.
Nice. 2v2 right now. There's guns in heaven.
In cave just onto the gun.
Guns are behind headshot box.
One enemy remaining.
My ultimate is ready.
There's a Phantom right there.
I'm gonna save and play for.
I'm playing deep backside.
There's no way.
Nice.
You and backing up over and over.
We need to beat them.
That was Close your eyes, children. They're getting freaky. It's not after 12. It is not after 12. We cannot get freaky here.
Ooh, we got attack pause.
Yeah, we do. Oh wait, my bad.
Error now twice that I've never gotten before, and I'm just.
I don't know. What's happening mid, Koopa? Like, how do we help?
I mean, that last round I think was fine. It's the same normal stuff. I molly and then I back off whenever they.
All right.
Yeah, I think we
Coach.
probably should have won the third round. It's whatever, is what it is. We played better that round than them. And then the fourth round just ended up being an eco. So I just wanted to keep doing what we're doing because I think that the way they're playing is a bit suboptimally. We're able to contain them in mid, and the mid push we should just be able to stop at the orb molly with the mid trip because they're not nading it off yet. Once they do start nading it, perhaps we hold it for a couple seconds in the round, wait for the nade. But other than that, like keep doing what we're doing. Like they're playing it pretty poorly. Keep contesting B main. It's just a lurker, so don't worry too much about it, but contest it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you heard him. I agree with a lot of it. I'm just afraid it won't be enough. It feels like they're kind of already out of this game. I mean, it's very late into it. We're 11-5 here, and this is the second map of the series. I'm afraid this is about all we're going to see coming out from Nib, but I would love to see them being able to make it back here.
And they made a bit of a play last game despite being down by quite a significant margin, despite not being able to convert it into a win or an overtime even. That's still impressive. And we do have, you know, that Nib split that we keep hearing so much about. It does have some it does have some potential, regardless of what the Snakebite might have to say about that. No picks have been found yet.
They're
No
just
contact has
not
even been
giving
made.
it to him. I mean, I don't hate it. I think this could work. As we're gonna see, Splatter grab one, K-Pay for two, Splatter for another. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want coming out of Nib. Slam apart these
everybody
hits. But don't overpeak. Please stop. Is the K-Pay special overpeaking and dying? Is that what I'm missing? Sorry, that was a little mean.
Yeah. You know, Nib needed that. And yeah, having that context set up with the paranoia, it was a bit exaggerated, but it was what they needed. And I hope they start to realize that that's something that they need to coordinate for. I mean, getting 4 off that single paranoia is absurd.
Shadows traveling.
Smoke going out as... Oh, just Ghost! The beautiful kill to start off the round. And that's what they need, but Koopa, I'm afraid if you lose this body without 2, that could be huge for them. I like giving this up. Fall back a little bit. It is their eco. They don't have these long fights, and yes, this is the angle we're looking for. Liberty holding your A main. This is just what we want. Give them that mid space. Take them on these long angles. Make them play the retake, as they're just waiting for Nib to make a mistake. Thankfully, they haven't made it just yet, as they're all rotating over towards B. A B exec happening right now for NFS. It's going to be K-Pay to start it off. A Mook already off of the board. And they haven't given up a gun yet. This is just what Nib needs to work with. You've got this. Take your time. Don't give them those fights. Just hold your angles.
Yeah, and you don't need to have
30
so much
seconds
aggressive
left.
space right now. You're holding exactly what you need. That plant is going down.
Spike planted.
I don't like walking into this.
One enemy
You do
remaining.
get rid of Nom. An operator pick onto F Diddy. Hello left alone behind new box. And gets one with the classic. Paranoid fall on deaf ears as Koopa defuses that bomb. You know, Nib played that round fantastically.
Yeah, I mean, that timeout has helped them so much. It's been really great seeing them play a lot smarter. I think, like, I was complaining about, I mean, I was mostly doing this in stream chat, was it felt like they weren't abusing a lot of the mistakes that were coming out from NFS. And look at that. Nib started playing a lot smarter. They started not giving up these early picks. And it's just been going their way since then.
Yeah, for sure. Having that little bit of momentum helps too. Just making those decisions a bit better. Nam does get one with Showstopper for the first time this game. Has a sight.
Welcome to my world.
Falls to NFS. There's a Viper pit covering this entire site. This is going to be a difficult retake, to
I
say the
know
least.
exactly where Cage triggered.
You are detected. Oh, that's
what?
With the Showstopper, Viper's pit falls.
Massive.
And the numbers are suddenly even. Okay, out of sight. Splatter not able to trade.
One enemy remaining.
Falling Nam as well. Koopa falling in the process. That's devastating for Nib there.
Match point.
You had such a good start on that retake, but it just fell apart in the end.
Yeah, I mean it's rough playing against it. Their retakes have been really really good, but you can't do them every time. You can't be perfect on those retakes, and so they've been relying on those early rounds. And when you have something fast like that, especially with a Showstopper that can get that kill, it's hard to hold on to the site. And it showed. I mean, they lost that early space and they just struggled on that retake, even with the double kill in the Showstopper.
Satcheling out onto the site, not quite. Instead, walking into Liberty's line of sight. Flash comes out.
One dead.
Liberty barely falls. New toilet seat dodging that flash. 4-4. This is going to be a difficult retake once again. No Viper's Pit to speak of, but still once again have to take all of this space. That's so much work. And F. Diddy has this contact camera.
Cage triggered.
Paranoia is not going to hit anything. Just Ghost dies. Pepe getting a trade though.
Last player standing.
Suddenly, what even happened for NFS there?
Well, they fell apart.
It just all fell apart.
And that's one round closer to that OT that we're looking for. But they've still got to get 4 perfect rounds. Now, I'm not counting them out. We've seen it happen. I think they're a team that can do it. I think if they play really well, they start playing A to retake. I can absolutely say it. See it. Nib, OT. Nib, OT. I got you, Elias. Don't worry. Alright, wait, let me...
Yeah, both of these teams have some noticeable strengths and weaknesses, and NFS's weaknesses of not clicking that timeout button might be showing here. Get that male smoke. And you always want. But Koopa's still jump peeking there. As the Skydog barely going to spot him out. Koopa getting that pick, but both raises falling on either side. The B main space goes in favor of NFS as this toxic screen goes up. KP is left alone heaven, forced to counteract what could be a potential mid lurk, but no one's there
Spike planted.
quite yet.
I've got your trail.
I don't know, coming
Once
out
again, a
from
difficult
heated
retake.
toilet seat. Looking for what they can. Hello's trying to play something off of this op. Hold B main. But FDD on the flank could be the thing that puts this round in the coffin. FDD grabs one. Liberty to grab one as well, but they're not looking at heaven. Never mind. Koopa to find his. Splatter to grab one as well. That's 9-12. And I'm apparently $20 closer, or 3 rounds closer to $20.
F Diddy really committed quite early to that flank there, and it might have paid off just poorly there, seeing like the fruits of letting go that trigger discipline so fast. Getting caught out and suddenly all eyes turned to heaven. Everything kind of fell apart there. That could have been the clutch of the century if you just waited a little longer, but you know, you still have 3 rounds to close this out. That's plenty of time. But they do smoke vents this time, rather than, you know, your male smoke you love so much.
Can I get a male smoke? I can't do the pin flash voice very well. But
I don't know, can you?
I'm sad I don't have my soundboard working. I'm looking for one, but it's just Ghost. Hello grabs one as well. Trying to play off of this op, but Just Ghost is going to fall back a little bit. Give him that space. And allow Splatter to do what he does best. I don't love that cam, though. I have to be so real. You got to be gun up. You can't be the first contact with a cam in your hand.
Yeah, that's a situation, but you do have to cover that demon somehow.
What am I watching?
This Ghost's barely falling with that unfortunate satchel. FDD
Pulling
has
a
an
mini
operator in
moth.
hand. You have to clear this tiny corner with an op. And you do.
You forget who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, this is that FDD that we're talking about. And the Neural Theft goes online. NFS with 4, Nib with 2.
30 seconds
In
left.
this retake.
I mean,
No space to speak of.
2v4. Kape's still alive, though. They can still make this work. They've got all that they need to pull this round out of a hat. They've got the smokes. They've got the TPs. And they've got KP alive. They're waiting to see if they can't do this. FDD's gonna grab one more, and it's up to KP to grab a 1v4. But unfortunately for us, that's gonna be the end of the Noblins, as Team Nib is going to fall in the semifinals. And we're gonna be looking at our second grand finalist coming out from NFS. Well, what a great series coming out from them. I mean, both teams did really well, and absolute banger of a game coming out from NFS.
Yeah, really regaining their composure there, where it seemed like Nib had so much momentum there at the end, but covering that, patching that up just so well, really dominating that mid space, like on both attack and defense. Just exactly what they needed at the end of the day. My reactive is failing me, but NFS certainly did not. They really showed up there on a map pick that wasn't their own, on a map pick they were expected to lose, frankly. And a lot of people were cheering for Nib on that split, kind of being their map, but it wasn't quite enough. NFS just had really good timing on those hits and denied the retake so well on their attacking half. And on the defense half, it got a little rougher there at the end as Nib got some momentum, but they showed such strong performances there.
We're going to jump to a quick break while I set up an interview. We will be right back. Don't go too far. Everyone's mic is live. And welcome back. We have the captain for NFS here joining us. This is Nam from NFS. How you doing, Nam? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Good win.
Well, you just had a great 2-0 victory coming across against Nib. Double audio. Why are you hearing me twice?
I imagine it's just echo through Nom's end.
I'm on push to talk. I don't know.
I don't know.
Are you hearing echo now?
No, I'm not anyway.
No, it is through Nom. I am getting sent through your mic somehow. All right. Give me a second.
Happens to the best of us.
No, yes, but you should hear it now because I'm being sent through his mic for some reason, and I am fixing that. Okay, how about now? Can you actually? You're probably gonna be hearing me through Nom. Is it bad if I just go through him instead of through me?
It's like a possession.
I mean, somewhat like that.
So wait, I'm gonna have to go push to talk when you want to try and say something? Is that what's going on?
No. I don't know why yours. I don't know why. Like, I can see every time I talk, it lights your thing up. So for some reason, you're sending. I have a solution. I'm just gonna mute you every time I talk. We're gonna go with that. That'll be a lot better. Anyway, all right. So I guess let's go ahead and start it off. Obviously, like I said, you just won that 2-0. How are you feeling about your chances going into grand finals?
I'm pretty confident actually, because we know what Zonk do, unless they've drastically changed up what their prep is for different maps. I think we should be fine. We know what they play. We know what they ban. None of us expected to be where we are right now. It was just like a last minute thing. But the second we realized it's getting this serious, we've put in the work and the efforts are showing now, and all the results are coming in as well. So, I mean, I'm pretty confident going into the finals.
Yeah, and that's definitely some earned confidence, especially with how well you performed. The entire team performed so well this set.
Yeah, we practiced a lot, so yeah. I mean, obviously there were really questionable plays coming out in some of the rounds, but I think that was just because of excitement and stuff, nothing more, nothing less. In between, our mental did go down because of we kept getting scored on like 3 times and stuff, but then it's nothing new for us, so we just picked it back up and closed it out anyway. So.
I noticed that you did pick that Phoenix up on the Pearl again.
Yep. Now it was planned. Initially, FDD goes, you guys can check the track, I'm not going to say it, but I was like, if I could do it, we know FDD can also do it. So why not?
I love that. If I could do it, FDD could do it. I mean, that's the kind of raid boss mentality we want to see. But I mean, I guess specifically talking about Pearl right now, y'all had kind of a rough first half. What'd you talk about going into that second half that kind of helped prepare you for that? Kind of honestly a little bit of a stomp going into that second half.
I think it was just that we needed time to figure out how they play, what timings they use, like how they execute and stuff like that. Second, we actually figured that out. We know how they play on a couple of the other maps. It was somewhat similar to how they do it on Pearl. We just needed time to adapt, and sometimes we may be slow, sometimes we may be fast to adapt. It depends on the team, really. So It was just we just figured out what each and every one of them does, and we were like, yeah, this is gonna work now in this next half. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think that's something I definitely saw a lot on Split. Y'all saw a lot of adaptation, and it's really nice to see that. I think it's really important, and you'll see that out of a lot of teams is that fast adaptation. The faster you can get adaptation out, a lot better. So love to see that coming out from y'all. Out of curiosity, who is your IGL?
FDD for the most part. There's some like mid calls made by different members of our team based on what we can see from the enemy team, but for the most part, it's FDD.
Okay. And I guess I'm not gonna hold y'all too much because we will see you tomorrow. We'll have plenty to talk about tomorrow. So I don't want to hold you for too long. So I do have one final question. Is what are you gonna leak what maps we may be seeing tomorrow?
Hell no, not a chance.
You know it was worth a try.
Oh, good.
Do you have any more?
Do you know any maps we're not going to see tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Let's
You don't have to
see.
say them.
Actually, there's nothing really. I think we're pretty confident on all the maps, so I think that's fine. You're not going to see Fracture, that's for sure. So I can give you that.
Damn.
Yep.
That's sad.
Dang, no Fracture? Unfortunate. Well, thank you very much for showing out tonight. Before I let you out of here, do you have any shoutouts?
Shout out Heated Toilet Seat. Been my teammate from last season and carrying us into this season as well. And shout out to my other teammates as well. Yep,
all right.
That's about it. Thank
And
you.
one final thing.
Yep.
What's your expected score tomorrow?
13-10, 11-13, 13-3.
All right. Well, we heard it from here first. Thank you very much, Nam, for appearing for this interview. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. And that was Nam from NFS. I mean, you heard the confidence coming out from him. I think that's really important coming out from specifically a captain. So I'm really excited for them tomorrow.
Yeah, that confidence is so important as that captain, especially, the team, as he said, you weren't expecting to be here yet, but you're going to take it all. You have to have that confidence to take it all. And we're seeing it. And we've seen the plays. We know that can happen. It's just a matter of having the confidence to do it. And NFS certainly has it.
Absolutely. But like I said to him, we're not going to hold y'all for too long. I do want to let you know a little bit about what we're doing tomorrow. I'm trolling y'all again. You get an announcement about an announcement. Once again, tomorrow, you will be hearing a lot of the changes that we haven't released yet going into Season 6. No leaks just yet. No leaks. Fortunately for y'all don't get any leaks just yet. You will get those tomorrow. We're going to have a big pre-show. We're starting an hour early. So we're going to be starting the show at 7 o'clock EST instead of 7:30. We're going to have an analyst test for you. The whole 9 yards. We're going to have plenty of time to talk about the game. And I am banning Mix before he leaks in a random VC. But thank y'all all for showing up tonight. Thank you for the two teams who weren't able to make it through. Unguardable and Nib. Y'all both performed incredibly well this season. Don't hang your head too much. Y'all had a great showing. I mean, hell, you're one of the top four teams coming out of 22 teams this season. You really can't be that mad about it. In my opinion. I mean, y'all have been able to make it this far, and ignore Rose. Rose is a little bit of a troll. Trying to keep Splatter's 1-0. Trying to keep Splatter's hopes alive. But yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST for the start of this stream. We'll have a lot for you, and we're really excited for that. My name was Enteritus. I am the one and only Terry. Joined by Rena Graham tonight. thank you very much for coming out. And if you have anything final for us.
I think you've really said it all. It's all going to come down to tomorrow, and we really hope to see you all there for the pre-show for the Season 6 announcements, and for a fantastic set that we're going to have to decide this entire tournament. 2 fantastic teams going to duke it out once and for all. So we hope to see you all there, and we hope you have a good night.
Have a great night, y'all. Join us tomorrow for Zonk versus NFS in the grand finals. See you there.
Peace.